About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go now. And today's starting pitcher, Grant Holmes. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of, tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Swing and a foul out of play.
First pitch, 7:15.
0-1. Now this is in the air down the line. Acuna after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup is a bit unusual against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Boog, certainly bucks the old conventional wisdom, and I'm not sure I see the vision from the manager on this one. You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit. Perhaps that's it.
Nolan Shanuel now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Pitch misses, and that is ball one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 out, bases empty. Fastball is outside. Foul ball. And there's a ball. Three and two. The pitch is outside and ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And now batting, Mike Trout. And that clips the inside corner. The pitch. Yeah, that's fouled off. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Shanuel at first, 1 gone. And a swing and a miss. 2 gone now.
Boog, you often think a slider is more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Taylor Ward now at the plate. Chop back up the middle. Allen. They get the force out number 3. Angels leave 1, and now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. Back after this on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and pitching in this game, Tyler Anderson. What do you have on him, Singy?
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Ronald Acuna Jr., the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And downstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him looking. 1 away.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. In for a strike. It's 0-1. Next offering is outside. The other way, and foul ball. Anderson ready to work. And that one in the air center field. Adele going after it. Nabs it, and there's 2 down. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. This is an offense, Chris, that's having a hard time scoring runs right now.
Yeah, sometimes things just aren't going to click, and unfortunately what happens is players press, they try to do a little bit more, and they get out of their game. You've got to let the game come to you. If you chase it, it's going to run from you. So this is a team that just needs to calm down, relax, and understand that they're going to come out of this.
Marcell Ozuna stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. Slice down the right side. 2 out, space is empty. And that one cutting but missing down low. Swing and a ground ball. Boots it. Still fires to first. Safe. It was never going to be easy after the misplay.
Well, that grounder up the middle made it a little more challenging than a routine ball right at him, but it's definitely a play you expect to make as a middle infielder, and I'm sure he wants that one back, but for now, he's just got to get ready for the next one and make a play.
So a man at first. Austin Riley next up for the Braves. Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
The 0-1. And that drops in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite
No
ready
ball,
to
2
hit.
strikes.
First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Ball 1.
In the dirt, blocked.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Two outs. That misses
Outside,
off
that's
the
ball.
outside edge. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And misses
Down to 3-2.
inside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Hit in the air, left field. Ward has this one sized up. He's there. He's got it. And that is the third out of the inning. One left for Atlanta. Scoreless after 1. Top of the second, here's the center fielder, Joe Adell. He set a new career high in home runs this year, and Siggy, he's just trying to set the bar as high as possible now. Holmes back to work. That one's
Ball 1,
upstairs,
no strike.
ball 1. Holmes measures 6 feet even. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter.
Umpiring behind the plate for us today, Boog, is Mike Fillmore, and he is a good one. He'll reward pitches on the edges a little bit, but the main thing is he doesn't keep you guessing. Once he establishes that a pitch is a strike, it stays that way.
Fastball for a strike. Yeah, Fillmore, kind of, I don't know, you'd say maybe an umpire's umpire, but really consistent, very fair. Got him swinging.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Jorge Soler up at the plate.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
And first offering is fouled off. Holmes. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable.
No ball, 2
No
strikes.
score here in the second. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. Now a chance for Logan O'Hoppe. First
Ball,
pitch,
that's
and he
out.
just misses.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have laser-like focus.
Olsen steps on the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Angels held in check. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Atlanta. Now here is Drake Baldwin. A changeup missing, and that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. And that one fouled off. In the air, left field, down the line. Ward makes the grab on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Here's Alex Verdugo. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
And that one upstairs, ball 1. Here's the pitch. Runner on the goal. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Save.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get into scoring position.
Man at second. And that one sliced foul. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. That one misses. And now it's 3-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And next for Atlanta, Michael Harris the second. And that's in there for strike 1. There's a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. 1 hit, 1 left. We played 2 full, no score. Back at Truist Park, on to the 3rd inning. So in now for the Angels, Luis Rengifo. Just missed. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Christian Moore, the next to hit for the Angels. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. just missed. Liner snagged it first.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Back to the top of the Angels lineup. And next for the Angels, Zach Neto. Flied to right his first time. The shortstop takes the ball. Man at first, one away.
Ball, that's out.
Last two pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Nolan Shanaway.
Now the number 2 hitter, Nolan Shanaway. And that one is in for a strike at 95. 0-1. Runners at first and second with one gone. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And that one fouled off. Swing and a ball popped up. Verdugo running hard. Lunges for it, but it gets down. And they stop him at third, so bases loaded with one away.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep, so pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
So bases all loaded up. Trout, the next to hit. Golden opportunity right here. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. There's a swing and a miss.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Late swing, fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Got him! Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Here's the left fielder, Taylor Ward. He's 0 for 1. First offering, and it just misses. Two outs. Out to center. Harris has a beat on it. Makes the grab, and that's the third out. Angels threaten, but leave them loaded. Still no score. Bottom of the inning, and now Nick Allen. First pitch just misses.
Ball 1, no strikes.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. One away.
Now batting, right fielder.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. 0 for 1 after striking out looking to start the game. And that one clips the corner. Still tied at 0. Last of the third.
That's outside.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Next pitch off the plate. 2-2. And that's hammered into right field. And that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Man at first with one gone. Matt Olson next up for the Braves. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Acuna, the base runner at first with 1 out. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. Here's the pitch to Olson. That's inside. Now 1-2. To first, and he breaks for second.
Well, this is a play that you've got to make. The pitcher steps off as the runner leaves early. Make the throws, put the tag on the runner, and execute. I guess you tip your cap to the base runner on that one. Really good job of getting out of it.
Misses off the inside. And the count now even up. 1 out and a runner at second here in the last half of the third. Outside corner, got him looking.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
In the air to left center. He's got it, and that is that. Braves strand 1, and we are still scoreless. On to the 4th. Here's Joe Adell.
Center fielder, Joe Adell.
And that misses. Ball 1. There's a swing and a drive. And in one hops the wall. Around first and hustling for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Good pitch, hard and inside, but he showed off some quick hands, got the barrel to it, and was able to yank it into the outfield. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And next for L.A., Jorge Soler. 1 home run shy of 200 for his career. Just missed. Soler with just 1 more homer to reach the 200 career mark.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
No outs, runner on second. Fouled off, he was late. one
3
not
balls,
close.
1 strike.
And now 3-1.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Man at second. Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
That one 95 to finish him off.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Hoppy batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner.
And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Swings and lines one towards the gap. Could be extra bases. One runs in. Harris fires it in quickly. Runner holds at third, so just one across on the play.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Christian Moore, the next to hit for the Angels. 0 for 1 so far. First pitch, and he just misses. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. One run across. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only one away.
Everything came together for him. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Zach Neto.
That's a ball.
Squirts away a little bit. He's in there.
He's safe.
Got to take advantage of this opportunity now because of the wild pitch. They've got 2 runners in scoring position. Good time for the hitter to lock in, put the ball in play hard somewhere.
And now it's even up. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score. Top half of inning number 4. Fought off foul. One and 2 here. And that one missing low. And now the count filled up 3-2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
In the air, left field, down the line, and a foul ball. In the air, right field. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. Runner tags from third, puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. They limit the damage here.
Well, as a former outfielder, I love this play. When you get the opportunity to throw a runner out at the plate, makes the catch as the runner tags and a laser throw to the plate on the money for the double play. It's time to go hit.
And we're back. So here's Riley now.
Third baseman, Austin Riley.
Swinging a foul straight back.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
That one's upstairs, ball one.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Ground ball up the middle. Moore throws to first. One up, one down.
Now batting, catcher, Drake.
And now here is Drake Baldwin. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a foul ball. That one outside. And now it's even 1-1. On the ground. And it goes just foul. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Fly to left his first time. And that drops in for a strike. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We played 4. Angels 2, and the Braves nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Nolan Schanuel. Holmes back to work. Smoked on the ground a second. Albies over to first in time. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Here's Mike Trout. 0 for 2 in this one. There's a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. One down, base is empty. Oh, that got him as well. The third batter he's hit with a pitch. Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward. Check swing went around. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Trout leads off first with 1 away.
That's out.
And the next pitch is way outside. Trout on the move. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. him out.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Joe Adell, the next to hit for the Angels. 1 for 2. Runner on the move. Pitch misses. Safe at second with a stolen base. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Pulls that one foul. Two outs and one in scoring position.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Next offering is downstairs.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Man on second, 2 down. Swung on, belted. That one is back. See you later. He flexes his power with that swing. His 19th home run of the year, and they add on. It's 4-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Grant Holmes won't go any further, and he had a tough time keeping them in the ballgame today. We'll get a new arm when we come back. New pitcher on now, Spencer Schwellenbach. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Jorge Soler, the next to hit for the Angels. First pitch misses. Schwellenbach, 24 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2021. That misses, and a count now 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
And another ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And now 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Hoppy, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Aaron Bummer, the left-hander, up and throwing. Elder, the right-hander, also getting loose. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. And it hits the fence. Coming home. He will score.
Comes through with the RBI. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way, but well, it's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. let the ball get a little deep, and drove it to the opposite field.
So runner at second, 2 down. So in now for the Angels, Luis Rengifo.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Line drive. Fair ball. Coming home. He'll score easily. The throw into second, but he's in there easily.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Here's the second baseman, Christian Moore. That's off the mark. Ball 1. Runner at second, 2 down. Fouled off left side.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Yeah, a big swing and a miss.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 4 runs in the inning on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and 1 left on. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Angels 6 and the Braves nothing. Back here in Atlanta, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Alex Verdugo.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Foul ball there. And they'll do it again. That one in the dirt, and the count is 1-2. That one missed. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Liner, base hit. And after grinding through that at bat, he gets the best of him.
Now batting, center fielder, Michael.
And now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Struck out swinging his first time.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish. These Braves just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for him to get anything going.
Verdugo on at first, nobody out. This one in the air. Shanuel sizes this one up, hauls it in, and there's one away.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Next to hit, Nick Allen. They'll play ball to second. There's one.
He's
Over to
out.
first. Safe. So the lineup flips over, and here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Right through there for a strike.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of
one.
this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
That's off the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The Braves with a lot of ground to make up. Last half of inning number 5. Got him looking. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Angels 6 and the Braves nothing. All set for the top of the 6th. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Zach Neto.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Gets the call. That's strike 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Aaron Bummer appears to be getting loose. Elder also throwing. And the 0-1. And that one upstairs, ball 1. The shortstop takes the ball. And that one fouled off. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And a breaking ball misses outside. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. On to first, gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Nolan Schanuel, the next to hit for the Angels. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Now that's smacked to right center. Acuna makes the grab for the second out. Here's Trout. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
that's right. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Fastball for a strike.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Two down, nobody on. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Next
One
pitch
ball,
misses
2
way
strikes.
outside. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So they go quietly there. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Angels 6 and the Braves nothing. Back at Truist Park, bottom of the 6th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Matt Olson. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Activity in the bullpen for the Angels. Sam Bachman, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Soriano getting loose as well. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. To third. Now the throw to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. And that's through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
The 0-1
Nope,
is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. And delivers outside. On the ground to the left. And that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Austin Riley at the plate. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Riley was a kid in high school that was scouted by most teams as a pitcher. In fact, 95% of the teams wanted him as a pitcher. And I actually asked him, were you interested in being drafted as a pitcher? And he told me directly, no, I hated it. My arm hurt all the time. The 1-1 is fouled off. This one in the dirt. Ozuna over at first with one away. To the right side. They get one. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought?
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch and be ready to execute some type of plan at the plate, and even for pitchers on the mound.
One of the things, though, that we've seen that is kind of a thread really in every sport, these are the elite players, and so they adjust, and they've done a great job adjusting.
Absolutely, and just you tip your cap to these guys because not an easy adjustment, but they look like they've been doing it their entire lives.
Outside low, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Here's the center fielder, Joe Adell. He's already homered here in this one. This to third. Whips it to first. And 2 away to start the 7th.
Now batting, right fielder, Jorge Soler.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Jorge Soler. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. And it's fouled away. Fastball for a strike.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Angels go down 1-2-3. They lead it, though, 6-0. New arm out of the bullpen, Sam Bachman.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
That breaking ball is in for a strike, and quickly it is 0-2.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Breaking ball in there, got him looking. 1 out. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Right through there for a strike.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
One and one.
And that is out of play. Hit in the air, center field. Adell going after it. 2 away now. Here's the left fielder, Alex Verdugo. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Out to short, Neto. Handles, throws to first. That ends the inning. Down in order go the Braves. They still find themselves down 6-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. Schwellenbach back to work. And first offering is fouled off. And ball one. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And down on strikes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Luis Rengifo, the next to hit for the Angels. Fastball for a strike at 95.
0-1.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Two now. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Verdugo pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, second baseman, Christian
So 2
Moore.
down now, and here is Christian Moore. Pitch misses. 1-0.
Ball 1, no strikes.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Angels 6 and the Braves nothing. And we're back onto the bottom of the 8th. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. Ball 1 there. Bachman goes 6'1". He features a slider, a 2-seamer, and he works in a changeup. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Comes the 2-2. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Rengifo hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
And next for Atlanta, Nick Allen. In the air, center field. Adele moves under it. They got it for out number 2.
Now batting, right
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. 1 for 3. Right through there for a strike. The Braves with a lot of ground to make up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. Now he'll turn for second. And they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Here's Matt Olson. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And the slider just misses. The 1-0. And there's a ball.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
Inside. And that's ball 3.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Nobody on defense feels great right now. The pitcher feels responsible for missing so far outside, and the catcher wishes he could have done more to try to stop it.
So they're at the corners now. So here's the Braves designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. And that one pulled foul. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. In comes the run from third to trim the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 6-1.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Here is Austin Riley. 0 for 3 in this one. That misses.
That's the ball.
And that's ball 1. And another ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Next offering is in for a strike. Action in the Angels bullpen. Kenley Jansen preparing to come on if needed. Soriano also getting ready. Two on, 2 outs. That one hammered center field. That's back there. That one is gone. His 13th home run of the season. It's 6-4. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Velocity up and in is just such a difficult location for the hitter, but this time he pulls the hands tight to the body, gets through this pitch. What conviction in that swing. Awesome job at the plate.
Now the Angels manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Sam Bachman won't go any further tonight. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Hunter Strickland.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
That one missed. The 1-0. Dives and he can't hang on. The throw is late and they come away without it out. 2 outs, runner at first. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. And a foul ball. The tying run at the plate. Outside low, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Baldwin off of first with 2 away. Close one, doesn't get the call. And now 3-1. Alex Verdugo in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Tying run at the plate. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. And down on strikes he goes. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's a 2-run lead now at 6-4. Major League Baseball is on the show. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Bryce Elder.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So in now for the Angels, Zach Neto. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1.
1's the count.
Late with the swing there.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Nolan Schanuel, the next to hit for the Angels. Move to first. Neto back in on a dive. There's a strike. Action in the pen down there. Aaron Bummer, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Oh, 1 down. He swings and fouls one off. Runner at first with no outs here. Breaking ball inside. And it's 1-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Verdugo makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, designated hitter Mike Trout.
And now the DH, Mike Trout. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Throw. Safe. Not even close there. And 1-1. Elder checks the runner, and he's back in on a dive. One out and a runner at second here at the top of the ninth. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Angels. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
That's to third. Riley. Over to Albies. On to first. Double play. And that's the inning. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Kenley Jansen.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
So digging in, Alex Verdugo. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
He's 2 outs away. Harris getting ready to hit. Inside, just missed. The Braves trailing by 3. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Center field. Adele moving under this one. Makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Nick Allen.
The Braves down to their last out. Nick Allen digs in now. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
Jansen fires. That
That's a
misses
ball.
the zone, and it's 1-1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. One strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
This one finishes with a final of 7-4. Kenley Jansen picking up the save. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.